All right, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is time for Negative G to release a new batch of inverse wheels. If you'll remember, they came out around last April in 2022 with the Inverse 5.6. This was the first wheel that came out, and these were pretty unique because the inner ring has this channel design. So it's actually meant to hold your foam in place when you're side hilling, so the foam can't shift side to side. You know, it's weird that there aren't a lot of wheel companies doing that, but it definitely makes sense for those side hills. When these sold out, Jess basically turned around and took that money and invested into a new batch of wheels, and this time he kind of went all out and did 3 different designs. So at first we've got these guys. These are called the Rev Slot. You see there's like the pattern in the wheel are just like these little slots. And then the second one, which you actually see on my Class 1 truck. I've had prototypes of these for a while. These are called Force. And if you look at the pattern, it's like a little diamond shape. And so I guess, you need like a lot of force or pressure to make diamonds. So that's where the name comes from. I don't remember if Jess came up with that or if our buddy Mike came up with that. I'll have to double check. And then something that's different about this batch of wheels is that instead of the inner ring being this like glow in the dark looking material, these aren't glow in the dark. They're like a super high res 3D print. But these are pretty rigid, which is fine. The inner rings now are going to be made in this PA12 nylon, like the plastic kits that come in the chassis kits. And I like it because it's a little bit more flexible, and he also put lightning holes in the rings. And if you don't understand what this channel is for, if you look at like a typical dual stage foam, this is a Crawler Innovations foam. It's got like this bevel on the inner ring, so the inner ring of the wheel actually like clips into the foam, and so it can't shift side to side. And so like one thing that drove me crazy before Jess decided to make wheels was that on a typical beadlock, when you're side hilling, you have to worry about your foam moving to the outside of the wheel, and your tire would look all funny, and then you'd have to like stop and fix it. That was like super annoying to me. So yeah, that's why the inner ring has that channel look to it. And then if we look at the third wheel, this one's actually a completely different design. It's got 6 screws in the beadlock ring instead of the 12. And so that makes it lighter. And I'm sorry, this wheel is called the Block Party Superlight. And another thing that's different about this wheel is the back shell is also PA12 nylon. So when you look at the first 2 wheels, these are 50 grams, and the original wheels, these were like 53 or 54. And so the new wheels are a little bit lighter because of the nylon ring. But these Block Party Superlights, these are actually 35 grams. So that's pretty significant. You're talking 15 grams per corner, so 60 grams total. 60 grams is like, it's like the weight of a small lipo or a big ESC. It's a pretty significant amount of weight that you're dropping, from your rig. And you know, a lot of people still think that you should run heavy wheels for CG, but you know, we don't specifically agree with that. We try to keep everything as light as possible, especially the wheels, because it's rotating mass. So when the wheels are lighter, you know, you have more wheel speed and you have more burst speed. Like if you're trying to get over a ledge and the truck is just kind of stuck, you know, you can like pop the throttle and like jump it up the ledge. That's why we like running light wheels. And we find that if we just, you know, have the right amount of brass on the front axle, only the front axle, it seems to work out really well. So yeah, I'm definitely liking the block parties at 35 grams. I'll probably end up running these most of the time. But then, you know, I do like the look of the other wheels, so we'll have to see. It'll be kind of up in the air. And then if you guys aren't familiar, these wheels do have removable hubs, so you can adjust your offset, right, in your vehicle width, and you'll be able to order those separately. I don't think you can pick them when you order the wheels, but you can, you know, order a second set separately. And then as before, these are all gonna cost $70 a pair. All right, guys, I think that's all I've got for now. If you had any questions or complaints, leave them in the comments. All right, thanks for watching.